You're listening to the Dre Area Sports Show, live on YouTube and X. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
But another thing I wanted to bring up to you was obviously we're in our next round of OTAs. We saw some footage today of a lot of different players. Here's one of them right here. This is the great Christian McCaffrey, looking real fast. Look at that. I mean, and look, we're talking about OTAs. Look, he's running around cones. You know, he's going through drills. You know, obviously there's a lot of talk from other content creators that he looks slow. I don't really take much merit into what they were saying. I think, look, he looks healthy. He looks determined. I think he's going to have a really big year coming off that injury. What do you think about the comments that you know, he looks slow? Do you see any signs of him slowing down?
I don't see it, man. I don't know. He looks pretty buttery smooth to me. But at the same time, we're watching a clip. If you weren't there, and a lot of people that are saying he looks slow are watching a clip. If you're not seeing it in action with your eyes and like in live action speed, it's silly to say someone looks slow. But the biggest takeaway from CMC being there, he's healthy, he's not having any setbacks, and that's what the thing is. He looks like he has a pep in his step. He looks like he has the juice in his legs. He doesn't look like he's limping. He doesn't look like he's hampered by anything. That to me is the biggest takeaway: is CMC is healthy. And you know what? Maybe he is running a bit slow because guess what? He doesn't want to go full speed in OTAs in the middle of May, dude, because if you wear CMC out now, we're gonna have a whole conversation of, oh my God, what a terrible situation.
What have they done?
So the Niners are being very careful, and in this situation with him being careful, the bubble. I feel like maybe they are putting bubble wrap on him, but even still, he looks pretty damn good to me. I mean, that's my takeaway on it.
No, absolutely, and I think getting back Christian McCaffrey is it's a huge upgrade for the entire offense, and not just the running game, but for the passing game, the running game, everything. And so even John Lynch said it that, you know, about McCaffrey. He said he looks good. He looks good to me. He looks bouncy. He looks explosive. I can tell you this: he's put in the work, and he looks great out there. And that's the thing, is that I think that he's poised to have a huge season, a huge rebound season after all the shit that he went through last season.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he's going to be in the argument for comeback player of the year if he can stay healthy. And again, that's the key, because this man unlocks everything for the 49ers offense. The offense was not what it was without CMC. Red zone failed. How many times did you bet on your sleeper picks the year before? Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. That wasn't an option last year. So touchdowns last year.
It was not.
They didn't have him. This man gets him in the end zone. He's a big force. He opens up the passing game. Hell, Jimmy Garoppolo looked good for a handful of games when he was on the Niners. So, I mean, this guy changes everything. Keep him healthy. And I feel, again, the biggest takeaway is what John Lynch is saying is, hey, he looks good. He looks healthy. Kyle Shanahan says he looks healthy right now. So they're the ones seeing him on the field. And I feel like just, again, him being there is the biggest takeaway. If he's maybe running at a 4.6 blip of speed instead of a 4.2, I don't care, because it's still pretty damn fast. So.
No, I agree. And even if, you know, when you look at his numbers from 2023, I mean, his rushing yards, he was first. Rushing yards before contact, first. Rushing yards after contact, first. 10 yards plus runs, first. RYOE, I don't know what that means. First.
Yeah, RYOE, baby. Whatever that is, he was the best at it, baby.
He was the best. But when you look at these numbers from 2023, this tells you how important he was to our offense. We saw how many times Deebo Samuel was lined up in the backfield, basically playing Christian McCaffrey in that play, and it was not the same. It really wasn't. And I do think that not having McCaffrey took away from Deebo, because then it was just like, okay, Deebo's in the backfield, so they're probably going to give him the ball. So let's make sure we tackle him. You know what I mean? He's like, okay. It just he wasn't fooling anybody.
No.
Like, Deebo would get the ball, and he looked fat at time, or I should say he looked slow. He was like, he couldn't turn the corner.
He looked slow down.
Now, he has a number of injuries. He even had a rib injury he's dealing with. And look, if I had a rib injury, I wouldn't be playing football. I'd be laying in bed.
My ribs before, and it's a painful injury. And I think he had pneumonia. I've had pneumonia before. It's pretty tough to. I'm not giving any excuses. He's not on the Niners anymore. I don't owe him that. But he did go through a myriad of issues last year. So You
He
know, you
did.
give him, but yeah, not having CMC affected the entire offense last year, not just Debo. And like, look, dude, the stat that's killing me right here: 10+ yard runs. This man had 44 yards of 10+. That's insane. That's first down
Dude.
44 times. That is fucking incredible to me. That's a hell of a stat. Look at that. That's crazy. That could change the complexity of so many games right there. Holy smoke.
Absolutely. No, like it just shows you the impact that he has on the team, and I'm just so glad he's back. Look, JP Mason played really good last season. I thought he ran, with some ferocity, and he was hitting the holes really well. But at the end of the day, he's not Christian McCaffrey. He was the non-threat out of the backfield as a receiver. Defenses barely pay attention to him. They're just like they won't throw him the ball. And I think that was a problem, is that they needed to throw him the ball more often. And then late in the season, they started to figure out, oh, hey, we can throw the ball to Isaac Guerrero out of the backfield, because the guy was a receiver in high school. Yeah. And we saw some big plays out of Isaac Guerrero. So I think Guerrendo's going to have a good year. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey's going to have a monster year. And really, it's like, look, I know he had the micro tears in both of his Achilles, but it almost kind of feels like he should have just played, and he probably would have been just fine. Who knows?
I don't know, man. Just because I'm PT, if he would have played through it, he tore his Achilles, then we would have been so pissed off.
It'd be over.
I think they did it the right way. They played it safe. He went into Germany, got his, all his treatment and stuff. I think they played it right, but I feel like when he came back, it was honestly a freak injury. The PCL, nobody gets a PCL injury. The only way you normally get that is a car accident where your knee goes through the dashboard. That's literally the mechanism of injury 90% of the time, and he got a weird injury. I think that was the game that he probably shouldn't have played, if anything. But the other takeaway is play your other damn running backs. You have Isaac Guerrero. You drafted a couple running backs, right? And then you still have Patrick Taylor. Like, they have some good guys. Instead of making CMC go up the middle for 1 yard, let one of your other guys do it. Give them those carries. Those are like wasted touches that I don't feel like CMC needs to have. Because, again, we said we need to save him, get him healthy for the playoffs, make sure he's there for the stretch run. Those weird little 1 yard dive plays, don't let CMC do it. He's great at explosive plays, catching the ball, like you said. And I did see them use Guerrero in that situation. And I think he's going to be that kind of guy this year, where they utilized like Debo before he was having that wide back, catching out the backfield. Let Guerrero do that and kind of give CMC a little bit of a break. Because if they wear him down by week 7, all this we're talking about doesn't even matter. Yeah,
no, I think they definitely overworked him the year we went to the Super Bowl, and it showed because he fumbled. He fumbled in the Super Bowl, and this guy never fumbles. It was just like, what? Why now? I don't understand. So we'll see how that plays out with Christian McCaffrey. I just think that a lot of people are focusing on the fact that he's coming back off an injury. He might not be himself. And I think in reality, it's like, look, you're getting a guy that led the league in so many different statistical categories. You should be excited to get this guy back, because he's going to make a huge difference for this team. This is like not having Brock Purdy as your quarterback the whole year, and you had to go with Brandon Allen. Like, oh God, that'd have been horrible.
That was terrible when we did have to go. It's like the Warriors not having Steph, man. You go with Brandon Pajemski in the second round against Minnesota. That's how it is to me. So we get our Steph
go Warriors.
Go Warriors, baby. We got our Steph back. We need him.
I know.
Back.
Pajemski was like, I can't make a shot right now, but I'm just going to keep dribbling around.
The Dre Area Sports Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use promo code Dre Area Sports to save $20 on your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. And we are also brought to you by Taryn Roy, the SEO Optimizer. If you're looking to boost your YouTube channel, then check out the SEO Optimizer. Use promo code Dre Area Sports to start your free trial today. Power Brand Systems. If you're looking to build a website for your small business or YouTube channel, then check out Power Brand Systems. Use promo code 300POWER to save up to $300 on your first purchase at Power Brand Systems.